Welcome everyone. Today we are going to do our Leo reading for May 2021. This is going to be for Leo, Sun, Moon, or Rising. You can have planets in the sign of Leo. You are intuitively guided and you may not have Leo. Thank you for listening to your intuition. By the way, for some reason I felt like, I said to my own spirit guides before I started this video, I feel like we need maybe some deep advice or something. I could just kind of feel that. So this may be spiritual. I hope you're okay with that. This is a time when certainly you can ask your spirit guides, which I don't know that you have to ask them. I feel like my guides already know who's going to come to the reading. So therefore your guides are here, but you can certainly ask for confirmation. And that's where you want to be open. I'm getting this saying in my head, and I don't know what it means other than it's, what I'm saying to myself is, life certainly is not a pretty wrapped present, with a pretty pink bow. Right now, I can't describe life in that way. So I feel like someone is feeling that, and maybe that's even how you described it. Like there's no pretty pink bow wrapped around my life. I don't know about yours. That type of energy. All right, we're going to start with Mother Mary deck. I don't know if I already said this. And, we pull them in the beginning, or we let it come out. And then we'll read it in the end. And for those of you who stick around to the end, you understand why I do it at the end. It just makes so much sense. It's like giving divine the final word, the final, whatever needs to be said. So, anyway. There we go. We have God. God. I step out of the way and surrender any need for control in order to make room for God's healing love to flow through me and this situation. I feel like many of us needed to hear that. I step out of the way and surrender any need for control in order to make room for God's healing love to flow through me and this situation. So, we have the Palace of Swords. I'm not going to keep it, but we're definitely going to recognize that it's here. Because I want to give him a couple shuffles first. But this, this is living in the house of honesty, of truth, of honest communication, being who you truly are, especially with God here, right? Why would, it's like God would say, why are you wearing these masks? I made you perfect in my image. Why are you wearing these masks for other people? There's no need. Some of you who, are in your faith, this is saying, I feel that, are you trying to control something that is better left to God? I don't know. Okay. I told you it was going to be spiritual. I can feel it. And I think it's exactly what we need. So I already know I'm going to I want to say enjoy doing this reading, but I know it's probably going to take us on a little bit of a roller coaster. Okay, all in reverse. We're going to change that. We have the Chariot. First card, your neighbor, by the way, card Cancer. Chariot is often a reward, an opportunity. The reward is usually an opportunity to take something, whatever's flowing to you, and, like not putting any limits on it. Like there are no limits. How far can I take this? As far as you want to, right? Even if you are, treading in new territory. We have the Four of Pentacles. We have the Ten of Cups. Interesting. And we have the Seven of Wands. First of all, can I say, I feel like for some this can talk about, first of all, the Ten of Cups is here. And right this moment, I'm feeling that it's something that already exists. You may live together, that type of energy. And I feel like there's something going on that is putting us in more of a defensive type energy, more of an ego-based energy. But in that energy, we think that it's where it's what we should be doing. It's kind of like reacting. And Seven of Wands is the need to feel like you have to defend yourself, defend your beliefs, defend your whatever it is. But I have to tell you, I feel like it's right this moment. It's talking about a current relationship and the energy that, we may be in this energy. But I have to say, I feel like what it's saying is this Four of Pentacles is about your foundation. And I think the lovers, let's just say, or the family, who's ever in the Ten of Cups, I feel like what it's saying is this Four of Pentacles was built before the Ten of Cups. So that says that this foundation is strong, right? Even if there's ego energy over here, even if it's understandable, what it's saying is, I almost feel like saying we just got to get back to the Ten of Cups, back to the love. Because this is something that can definitely be overcome because the foundation was built correctly. Okay, let's keep going. Some may have come for confirmation that what they're doing, maybe in their career or in their creative house, let's say. I feel like it may be done out of the home, can be the energy of helping others, right? Defending others. And I feel like if you came for confirmation, well, there's the Queen of Pentacles. I feel like this is your confirmation because the Chariot feels like taking that energy and, we can start something that seems small and it takes flight. It takes flight. Queen of Pentacles, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Well, hello. She's our queen that can see the details that other people miss. She can see the details. Now, I feel like unless you know a Queen of Pentacles, this Queen of Pentacles is you. And it's just the energy that you may find yourself in. So I feel like the Queen of Pentacles, and she's definitely the queen when I'm thinking about a business that I like showing up. Not that the other queens can't also. Absolutely. Plus she's, connected to that Four of Pentacles. So this is really, and I feel like the Queen of Pentacles talks about the wisdom, right? And again, being able to see the details that other people are missing. And maybe in some way, that alone is what you're doing. You, in some way, are helping us to see the details that we're missing. And if that is the case, boy, is that your confirmation. Okay, let's keep going. We have the Queen of Wands. So, Leo. Can be two Leos, right? You and another Leo. Can be Sagittarius, Aquarius. But she's our intuitive queen. She's our queen of action. And how interesting that these two have their back to each other, but I feel like it's because they are connecting. It's almost like they're connecting their power. So, you know, like maybe I have the business mind and I have, you know, like maybe I work behind the scenes and I'm the queen who is in front of the people type thing. But nonetheless, I feel like they're pulling for, they are purposely, like their soul sisters, pulling, or two halves of us, you know, we have all these different parts of us, right? You know, I don't know. I just feel like a lot of you need a confirmation in what you're doing out of your home, especially if it has anything to do with helping others to see details that they could be missing in any capacity. You know, it could be in the court of law. All right, we have the Six of Pentacles. I thought it was the Four of Pentacles. I'm like, how could we possibly have it twice? We don't. We have the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles, beautiful energy, guys. You know, the Six of Pentacles, you know, first of all, six is about relationships. You know, if you're in a personal year 6 or your life path is number 6, you know, and there's free calculators online that can fill in all that information for you. Anyway, I just feel like, because I feel like as it relates to my home, this is about a give and take, right? Over here, I was feeling kind of like aggressiveness, right? And it can be both. It can be all, right? You kind of feel outnumbered. You know, it can be the hits keep coming type of thing. However, I feel like this is saying this is energy you can control, and even learn from. And again, it may be the energy of reacting too quickly type of thing and coming back into the Six of Pentacles type thing. Six of Pentacles is also a very charitable type energy. So I know a lot of you are doing things that come from your heart. And I feel like potentially, or you are making a business of it. You know, some people have a hard time saying, how can I, like, I want to give, right? But I also, I have to make money. And some people, like, you know, I don't think God said, I don't want you I want you to suffer. No, I think he more wants you to be an example of, you know, if you put the work in, then you shall have, right? If you go after your dream, then chances are you will reach it. You know, I feel like that's the type of energy. So anyways, the Six of Pentacles is also very caring, compassionate energy. Why? Because usually they have walked those footsteps. You know, this is giving what I have, in no expectations of receiving. And I feel like, again, doing something really from the heart. Like this Queen of Pentacles is over here making the pentacles for us, and this Queen of Wands is giving them out to those who need them. We have the Eight of Wands. Interesting. We have the Seven of Wands and then the Eight of Wands attached. Ugh. So the Eight of Wands is kind of like what I think about, I bring about. What I think about, I bring about. And if I'm in aggression, then I'm just going to keep bringing it back to me. And that's why I felt earlier, like it's almost like, it's worth the battle. Like I told Sam, I don't know, a couple of days ago, I said, you'll often hear me say, okay, you're right. I said, in no way do I usually mean it. It's just so that we can move off the subject. And that's kind of what I feel here. It's almost like, if you need to hear you're right, then hey, you're right. I'm not saying that you should say that, but I kind of get what kind of information it's saying. I could have just continued to fight. And I feel like it just would have lasted and lasted, right? So what I think about, I bring about. It can be, how I act is coming right back. It's like kind of like instant karma type thing. Now, we can turn that around, right? Because when we're in the Six of Pentacles energy, and listen, sometimes there's just energy around you that seems to like get to you, right? And and maybe maybe it's in your workplace, and maybe you cannot get away from this. Then what you have to do, maybe pray and ask for how can I then bring myself to the Six of Pentacles type energy instead of the Seven of Wands, right? Ask and you shall receive. You know what I mean? And so, okay, well, we have the Fool. Something brand new. I don't know why it's reminding me of that song, Janis Joplin. I got a brand new pair of roller skates. You got a brand new key. Oh boy. Alright, so we have the Five of Wands. That's interesting. With the Wheel, which is destiny. Here I am taking more cards than I planned on, but it's like I do it before I even realize I do it. And but I get it. So it's interesting how we have a 10 and a 10, and in between it we have the Six of Pentacles. Let's just, if nothing else, look at 10 as abundance, right? When it's in light, it's abundance, right? I'm like, I'm fulfilled, I feel. And what does that to me? Well, the Six of Pentacles, the energy of giving, of helping, of that type of energy. Queen of Wands right behind that energy, very intuitive, guys. Like, it's kind of like you intuitively know if I'm giving, who to give to and who not to give to, right? Because you're not giving, you're giving if I'm giving a helping hand. I'm giving a step up. I'm not giving so it just keeps creating the same. I guess that could happen. Because you have the Five of Swords over here by the Wheel with that Six of Pentacles. So that could just be saying, be careful that, and I'm saying be careful. I don't want you to be fearful of it, because I feel like you'll have the awareness if you trust your intuition, if you trust God. So as I'm giving, I feel like you're under like an umbrella of protection. Don't be naive. That's all. When you see the red flag, pay attention to the red flag. It means caution. Caution, caution. But in the same time, I want to say I have the Fool on the other side of that. So, in no way do I feel like there should be regret either of a path that I was on. Because for me, with the Fool comes with the wisdom of, the past lives. There's certain things that we keep, as we go through different journeys. Let's just take the 1 through the 9, right? The 9-year cycle. It's really what the personal years are made of. But anyway, so, let's take a 9-year cycle. Each number means something. You get to an 8, it's saying, there may be a need to think about a new beginning, a new concept, a new idea. Don't allow yourself to become trapped in, that is not true, right? This is you in reality. And then, you get to the 9, and that's about the reflection back. And what I'm reflecting for, no judgment, is I'm just looking at it to say, okay, what did I possibly learn out of here? Or maybe I was the teacher. You know what I mean? Or maybe it was a little of both. So, you're going to meet people through your life, and they may be soulmates. So there can be deep love, but for some reason, maybe they're just not meant to last. And that may be because where you find your power is within the struggle of, right? That starting point of, and then moving forward. Anyway, don't know why I went that direction. So the Fool has all this collective wisdom, so to speak, but he's not even thinking about that. The Fool is not thinking about that. The Fool's thinking it's a brand new day. It's a brand new day. I feel like some of you have been sitting on businesses or ideas that you do want to create, and I feel like your guides are like, create it, do it already, do it. If you're feeling it, do it. We have the Queen of Swords, potentially Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Excuse me. She's our Queen of Truth. When she uses her sword, she cuts the ties, right? I cut the ties that bound me to you. She uses that sword to defend herself. She's the queen of, I think, thoughts being in, our head, whether it be good or bad. It can be both ways, remember. You can be receiving epiphanies, like really receiving epiphanies, ideas, something that just, you see something that just keeps making you think, I should do something, and then you see something again. Trust that those are signs. I feel like someone's saying, well, you can't manipulate TV, and God is here on the table saying, I can manipulate anything to get a message to you. And I feel like that's what our knights are, right? They bring us that message. So anyways, we have the Queen of Swords sitting right next to Destiny. Some of you, I feel like this may be why. I felt like we had we saw that earlier, the Palace of Swords. I feel like that's what it's where you've been, and that has been. I feel like you've been in an energy of really learning about yourself, learning about the world, but learning to see things realistically, truthfully. We have the Emperor on the bottom of the deck. So, this certainly can be the business owner. Where this can be the boss. Whether it was someone was your boss, is your boss, or this is you becoming the boss. This talks about becoming the boss. How can I become the boss? Well, because I have this collective wisdom. I have it. And it is due to the experiences that I've had. That's why I say don't regret, right? When you get to the Empress or the Emperor status, it's because you've lived a lot, because you've had experiences and overcome, right? That's what it's like. Every time you overcome, I feel like it's giving you, like, it's lifting you up a little further. And then you overcome again, you're lifted up, and it could be your vibration, but it's like you're levitating. So, Queen of Pentacles is looking right back at that Emperor. Emperor is also the card Aries, by the way. She's looking right back at that, in a very mellow type way. So I feel like I definitely feel like some of you, this is about, in some way, becoming the boss. Trusting yourself, trusting your wisdom. Sometimes you don't know what you know until you know it. Does that make sense? Like, I have to get started. I have to be the fool. I got to take a chance. And as I'm there, and I may feel what, maybe I don't know everything. Well, some types of energy, businesses, what have you, are meant for you to learn as you go, right? It's almost like you can't gain what you need until you actually do it. Look at that. We have the Chariot coming over the Chariot. Double Cancer energy. Look at this. We have the Ace of Swords. Both Chariots. This could be two separate people. This could be the Ace of Swords next to that, communication. Probably within your home, I feel like. We have, look at this, the Nine of Pentacles. Wow, what confirmation is this? 9 Pentacles over your home of the 10 of Pentacles, or 10 of Cups, and the 4 of Cups. What am I saying? The 4 of Pentacles. So the 9 of Pentacles talks about, you know, if this is you wanting to be a boss, or you're about to be a boss, or you're already a boss, I feel like this is telling you there's true success to be had there. And I don't feel like ultimately I have to give up much emotionally. Matter of fact, I feel like maybe it fulfills me in a way that then it's like then my energy helps fulfill the home. Anyway, success. You know, we have the Ace of Swords there, so they could talk about you communicating, you singing, you speaking, you writing. You know, her eyes are closed, so it's almost like she's receiving this information as she goes, right? She's over, actually, you know, a lot of movement, which is the Chariot. So, you know, like you're receiving directly, look at her. It's like she's receiving her next step. And she feels very trusting in that here. I just realized that ray is split in two for some of you. I don't know. Each could be the Chariot in Cancer or not. It could talk about two people coming to almost like the energy of like reward, good job, that type of thing. Then we have the Magician. The Magician, beautiful. Over that 9 of Pentacles. So in any way that you're giving, you're helping in, you know, helping the underdog, what have you. Confirmation again, right? Listen, it may go bigger than what you ever expected. And it may break off in different branches. But your energy, because you're feeding it, right? You provide the food. And it's right next to the 9 of Pentacles. It's interesting. Here's a card. Oh, where? I don't even know where it went. I have to find it. Okay, we have the 5 of Wands. We have, look at this, the Emperor again. So now we have the Emperor attached to this Queen of Wands, really even attached to the Queen of Pentacles. For some of you, you know, this could talk about, because I feel like with the two Chariots together, that it's like-minded energy, right? It's definitely like-minded energy. And I don't know why, but I'm not feeling this as like a major surprise, because I feel like you have a lot to do with like manifesting it. You know, I feel like the Queen of Pentacles is looking at this potential, let's just call it a business. And maybe one of her worries is, can she compete with the competition? I feel that. Like someone is like, you know, how am I going to compete when I'm just starting at the full? Well, I feel like your answer is don't compete with others. Just learn, right? If you respect something, then learn from it. But then be yourself, right? Be yourself. And if you're going to be in competition with anybody, be in competition with yourself. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Guys, you're really getting quite beautiful energy, I have to say. Knight of Pentacles, you know, it's something else that's on its way to you. It's, you know, this is something, it's fitting that it's under the Nine of Pentacles, because both talk about, you know, the time that I'm willing to put into something, you know, even if it's just starting from the creating point. You know, and I always notice with this Knight, like, look at the Pentacles. They're just like falling out, right? There's just like one after another, after another, after another. But it may have been a long time coming, because the Knight of Pentacles teaches us about patience, right? It says that this pentacle will reach you, this opportunity, this whatever it is for you, it will reach you, you know, when it's needed. And it's interesting because it's coming over the energy of when you yourself are in a very giving type energy, a very balanced type energy, a very trusting in the universe type energy, because you have the wheel right below this, right below that energy. So I feel like this is, you know, trusting in destiny, understanding, you know, where was my free will in things, if I want to get into it like that. But nonetheless, I feel like, you know, it's like these thoughts, these epiphanies being sent to you, and through that, these pentacles, right? Through that, first of all, I feel like it's also guiding you, I don't know, like to be charitable, to be, to think of, you know, well, you're not even thinking about your own energy. This is the energy where literally I would give the shirt off my back for someone. And it seems like that is when it reaches you. And it may be like that step that is needed that boosts you to true success. You know, this isn't the type of reading where I'm asking anybody to come in and save me. This is the type of reading where it's showing you exactly how to trust in yourself and really, for some, save yourself. Okay, so we have the Seven of Swords kind of sneaking in there. So Seven of Swords can be difficult energy. First of all, though, let's remember 7 is a spiritual number. Spiritual completeness. And, you know, I feel like sometimes, yeah, sometimes, you know, not great energy. You know, we have to go through not great energy. But we can't get stuck in it either, because it's falling over that 8 of Wands. And again, it has you like in the action of reacting with it, to it. So I don't know. Let's look at one more after that 7 of Swords. Look at this. We have the 9 of Cups. You know, and I keep looking at this 7 of Swords, and I'm feeling this empathy towards this person. I feel like this person is climbing themselves to the top of the mountain. It tells me they were at the bottom, right? They were at the bottom. So I feel like this is talking about whoever is in this energy, their awareness. But also, I don't feel like they're living in it. Like, you know, like, how do I say this? You know, like, I've taken from you, And yes, I am so sorry and I regret it all, but I don't feel like they're going to live in the energy of, I don't know how to say it other than I feel like they just have to keep moving. It's like they have to. I'm thinking about 7 also, which is a very private type number. It's a number that really needs time alone. This could be someone who, like, goes out into the mountains. It reminds me of my brother. Goes out into the mountains and just, builds himself a camp, builds a fire. Just needs that time alone. So, anyways, I don't know who this is other than other than what follows it is the 9 of Cups. Some of you, this is just your energy. He's losing these black feathers as he goes. The higher he climbs, he loses these feathers. And I feel, it's representing the darkness within for whatever, because the sun is shining right on him. So this is someone who walks in illumination, and I do feel like he's climbing to the top of the mountain. I also feel like, I don't know, I feel like someone who could also, what are they called when they go look for buried treasure type thing? I'm picking up someone who's very outdoorsy. I don't know if you're trying to if you want this person manifested into your life, back into your life, or I don't know if this is just something that's naturally may just come about. We have the Queen of Swords. So, why not? I feel like every time I look at this, I think she's in a boat. She's not. She's just, she's oceanside, just absorbing, right? Thinking, coming over the Fool in this Queen of Pentacles. It's like all the queens are coming out to help you in this endeavor if you're creating a business. I just feel a lot of success for you guys, but I feel like it's not success that just, first of all, I do feel like a lot of it is guided. Like a lot of thoughts and ideas that you have, you're like, oh, wow, where'd I get that idea? Just say thank you. Thank you. Because it's coming to you. Why? Because, well, you're probably the best person to put it into action. I don't think, sometimes it's meant to go in and you're meant to think about things, but I feel like this is more of action. We have the 5 of Cups over the 5 of Swords. I do feel like for some of you, this could talk about leaving. Perhaps you have to leave. Well, I don't know what that ding was, but like a dinner bell. That was weird. I don't think I have my phone on. What did I just say? So maybe whatever I just said when the bell went off, that's the way it is. So anyways, the 5 of Cups is in the energy of, sometimes it's about what I have lost. And listen, some of you, I do think it's like the manifestation of someone who's that at one time, whether that be, you're still with them or this is someone maybe of your past. First of all, I feel like a lot of like-minded energy between these two people, and I also feel probably a lot of separate and maybe even shared experiences, and trust me, nothing was for naught, because the Chariot is about the balancing of it all, right? The light and the dark, with my balance of it, the male and the feminine, the balance of it, right? The give and the take balance. it's almost like when I'm in balance like that, the universe runs so much smoother. It's when I'm out of balance, like resistance, and maybe I start to react to things. I don't know. It's going to be talking about even for some of us what's going on in the sky. Anyway, let's keep going. So, I'm seeing the Five of Cups with the Five of Swords. One time maybe I felt like something was toxic to me. However, I miss it at the same time. And in a way, I feel like for some of you, that's exactly what you're going to be writing about, talking about. And maybe it's like how you overcome the understanding of destiny, right? Destiny's right next to it. And the Queen of Swords is not going to waste that information. She's not going to leave it in her head. She's going to speak it, right? She's about communication, truth, honesty, uniqueness. Learn as I go, right? We have the High Priestess. So the High Priestess is right over the wheel. And the Six of Pentacles. It really is kind of showing you a path. And it really feels like for everyone, it just depends how we decide to react to certain situations. I feel like as we move along in our life, at certain points, chariots show up, or these major epiphanies. So it gives us an opportunity to enhance our life. And for some of you, it's becoming the owner of a business, or the boss. This is the energy where, he's the leader of the people. And the people respect what he has to say. I don't know. Some of you are like, I'm getting the energy of like a pastor. And maybe that's the direction that someone feels like they were meant to take from God. But some of this pain, it's almost like some of this pain had to exist. Or maybe I couldn't make it to that status, right? Because a lot of it's about the struggle. But it's also the defending of the people. It's funny, that's the name, that's the meaning of my name. I don't know what made me look it up. Defender of man or something like that. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. That's why I love doing tarot, right? Because I'm not doing it just to do it. I'm doing it to help you in any way that is needed, right? To give you a step up. To help you believe in yourself, right? To especially believe in the signs, because some of you, I am telling you, it's like you're directly connected, and in some way, somehow, I feel like maybe you're just meant to lead the people, whatever that means. I feel like, and I'm saying whatever it means because it's very broad. It can be different things for different people. We have the Two of Wands. So we have the Fool under the Queen of Swords here, and now we have the Two of Wands over the Queen of Swords here. This may be the actual, movement. Let's see what else we get. Well, we have the Four of Wands. Interesting. So we have the Four of Wands coming under the Fool. Four of Wands is that commitment card. Some of you, it may be about a current relationship again. It may be about a marriage, and, it's a remembrance of your love versus my reaction, right? And their reaction, right? We can't, sometimes you just can't control. I don't know. I'm not a marriage counselor. Trust me. However, saying that, in the same breath, I want to say this Knight of Pentacles is traveling right to that home. And let's not forget the Knight of Pentacles is the energy of a guardian angel. This is when your guardian angel steps forward. That really means, I feel like, the path that you find yourself on is truly just feels like a path that is meant to be. It's almost like you're an old soul and you're telling the story of your many journeys. But you're doing it because it will help others. I don't know how I got on that subject. Anyways, the Four of Wands is a commitment card. Whether this is new, coming over the full, well, let's keep going. We have Temperance, card of Sagittarius, and then we have the Eight of Cups. First of all, I want to say, if there is someone that I have that type of commitment with, even a commitment doesn't promise roses every day, because this is about working through the issues and not getting hung up on the ego part of it. And I'm talking to, probably everyone, but I feel a few in particular. There's like this, there really is this deep love. And the foundation before it is very strong. Doesn't mean I'm always remembering that. Some of you, this is talking about someone of the past, same thing. But what I always find before I find love in a reading? The energy of you first. You building yourself first, your foundation. You clearing your emotional, well, I have to say your emotional house is down here. However, I often find that before, whether it's coming back together, and listen, it's not just you, it's everyone. We all have to go through it. Some of us may refuse it. Nothing we can do, right? Someone refuses to go through it. Well, doesn't mean I'm going to keep moving through it. Because ultimately, you're using it in the end. It becomes part of your collective wisdom. So, anyway. So if I move down here, I have this commitment over the full. But then it's coming right next to this energy of, for some of you, someone that I miss, right? Something that feels unfulfilled. Both these energies come with a 5, and 5 talks about change. Maybe change needed to happen, and it's like together, while you were together, the change wasn't happening, right? The egos kept getting involved. Just human nature, by the way, no judgment, just human nature, but eventually, I don't know, I feel like eventually you get to see this like almost through another lens. And so Temperance talks about the patience of allowing things to go full circle, so to speak, to allow healing to take place. Sometimes it doesn't mean sit there and wait for the healing. That healing sometimes comes as you move forward. And you might find it in the most unexpected ways, really. And I mean that in like little blessings. Like I see like little fairies pop up and like a little blessing for you, my dear, and a little blessing for you. Some of you, I don't know. I don't talk to fairies, but it doesn't mean anything other than, So, anyway, let's get back to Temperance. Temperance is about divine timing, divine order. It's exactly what the first card, God, asked for, right? Step out of the way and surrender any need to control in order to make room for God's healing love to flow through you and the situation. That means it all, right? Don't just heal me, heal it all. Heal this home. And, I feel like, therefore, that's what happens. Can I give you a time? I think it's up to each and every person, like their free will. But Temperance is kind of, is the energy of letting go of control when something must come together. But, I feel like temperance always has a little bit of sacrifice. What's sacrifice? It's a sacrifice you want to do anyways. It's moving into your emotional house, right? You're just getting it in order. I almost feel like with the High Priestess connected to that, this may be easier than you think. And it's just, at least you're peeking at those cups that are knocked over. Like, okay, tell me the story real quick of why you're knocked over, right? And then you put it back up. And then, some you're just like, I don't even want to know your story. And you put it back up. It's just the clearing of your emotional house so that you can truly come from the Fool's energy. And that's a really lighthearted type energy. That's a trusting. You have a lot of energy of divine timing, divine order, of higher energy involved in your life, your guardian angels, that type of thing, divine timing. Everything will come in its time. I think if it's something you want to build it. I feel like what you need will show up when you need it. You know what I mean? And maybe it's a little bit of a test. Like maybe you don't get everything in one big chunk. This blessing, like you've got to move through it, and you may get to the energy of like, I don't know, maybe I'm not meant for it, and then something comes your way, something opens that allows you to move forward. You get a little deeper, you learn a little more, right? So anyway, now I gotta take one more card. Look at this. Excuse me. Okay, no, it was already there. I was going to say the Emperor again. No, here it is. The Six of Swords. So, what am I doing in the Six of Swords? First of all, just how I've been saying over and over in this reading, and if I say it over and over, I feel like I'm meant to really let you hear it. That this story is about movement forward, believing in oneself, coming from the energy of love and empathy, learning not to react where it just doesn't serve you, right? It's almost like wasted energy, because what does it do? It keeps you, the energy just keeps going back and round and round and round we go. Where it ends, nobody knows. So anyway, Six of Swords is taking that moment out, looking at that Five Swords, looking at what was toxic in my life, what holds me back from what I feel. For whatever reason, I feel it's my purpose. Some of you, I feel like, again, you're being called into your faith. And it may be to, I don't know, you may be the one who's standing at the, what do they call that? The, oh gosh, not the pupil, the priest stands behind on the altar. But that's not what I'm thinking. Anyways, the Six of Swords is the ability to move on from that. So I feel like this whole reading was talking about that, moving on from the energy that's toxic. And it talks about rough waters. It talks about, again, being willing to go through the waves, instead of being afraid to jump in the water, right? Go through the waves. It's interesting. I just named somebody's reading, it was the spiritual reading I did. Some of you may want to listen to it, because it talked about why I named it, the ship is waiting for its captain. And I feel like here you have become the captain. So you can get over those waves. What it promises you is, as you release that, you're moving to much calmer water. Much more, well, we have the 7 right above that, maybe much more spiritual. Some of you may be moving on your own, and in a way, maybe it's been a long time coming. And you might just find that you enjoy it, like you enjoy that time alone. Doesn't mean I want to be here forever. But this may be where you find yourself your most creative. However it's happening to you, I feel like there's a lot of inspiration. I just realized the 3 of Swords is also here. I don't know when it showed up, but here it is. And it was in reverse. I have to say, it was in reverse. It was laying in reverse. Touching the High Priestess, also the Emperor, but also all the heaviness down here. That, first of all, Temperance says, I have control of this, right? Ultimately, what is the divine time? The divine time is when this 3 of Swords, it's almost like when I stop allowing it to re-pierce my heart over and over again. Again, it just means that either I'm forgiving, I'm understanding, I'm moving on, I'm using the energy that I've gone through to help others. However it shows up to you. I feel some households are really coming back together. Couples may be coming back together, living together or even separate. But for some of you, I feel like you've been in a relationship and you feel you want some time to be free. And I think what you're going to find in that freedom is truly a new life. And that's a life of creating. You may already have started it, but you may be, it's like an adventure to somewhere new where you are now independent. And I feel like, I don't mean like you're financially independent yet. Maybe you're still working your way up there. But emotionally, I feel like you have, you're happy that you're on your own. And it maybe has been hell, all that. But ultimately, I feel like, you're celebrating this. So you can see how sometimes these readings can have layers of messages. Trust that what you feel is what's for you. But, what can I say? You have a lot of energy of success. You have a lot of energy of leadership, wisdom, overcoming. Pentacles just seem to fall towards you, right? It's like these pentacles are falling right towards the High Priestess. And here we have the Ace of Swords, all this light, this information, whatever you want to say, coming right towards the Emperor. What's your job? To keep moving, keep believing, keep building, right? Keep overcoming. And I feel like that is really what the Chariot represents. The reward of overcoming. And that may be why we're seeing a lot of 9s. So I think I'm going to leave it there because I don't want to overtalk this. But I do want to read. Oh, wait a minute. There's one card on the floor. It is the Knight of Cups. So, as all knights, they must bring us something. This knight is bringing us a cup of fulfillment. At least the opportunity. Whether we choose it or not is going to be always up to us. So, I kind of love seeing that in this knight. Just the way I put it down is looking right back at the Emperor. And I often feel that's the way love happens. It's like we may be in love together, this and that, and then the tower, and we're separated, and it's, I'm sad and all that. But then all of a sudden, I feel inspired to move in this direction, to build, to bring my gift to the world. Maybe you're a singer and you just, you know, you haven't used your voice and all of a sudden you are. So, you know, understand that, like that period in between, that divine timing, divine order. I must see it like there's a period in between. And it's because you yourself, your soul came down here to build you yourself, your soul up, not just to build in others. And I mean that in an ego type way. This is more, anyway, I feel like here I am talking again. I just feel like there is success, however you want to look at it. But it comes from the energy of not reacting to what does not need reacted to trust in yourself, believe in yourself, talk about yourself, especially what you've overcome. You just never know. You just never know. We have the Four of Wands coming over this full. This can be a commitment that's brand new. It can be brand new. And Temperance is like, well, sweetie, I kind of wanted to wait because up here you were a little chaotic. So it wasn't time. Right? First you had to look at that emotional house. Why? Just more so you can move through it. And you do, because here is the Nine of Cups. And here is the Ten of Cups. So, let's read God. Let's give God the final word. Whether you believe in God or not, or your own God, I don't know. I think the message means the same. Okay. You prayed for help, and now it's time to allow heaven to assist you. God's love and wisdom have always been available to you, provided that you're willing to trust. Provided that you're willing to trust His divine will. Release any unhealed components of your relationships with your Creator, to Mother Mary, and the angels, in favor of developing a closer and more trusting one. This may require tremendous faith on your part, especially if you can't see a solution to your present situation on the horizon. This card indicates that you've been approaching this situation single-handedly, trying to anticipate and control the outcome by yourself. Anxiety comes from distrust in divine order and timing, along with disappointment when other people don't follow your plans. Surrendering your need to be the scriptwriter helps you relax and actually get better results. God has room to heal you and this situation when you allow Him to be in charge. Amen. And I am going to leave it there. I felt you needed this reading. Even I felt like I needed it. And I'm your neighbor. But I have many Leos I love. You know that. So anyways, I, as always, am thankful that you have given me your time, that you have opened yourself up, and I always look forward to your comments. I really do. I always look forward to your comments. So keep them coming. Keep helping each other out. We're at different layers. Remember that. We're at different places. One day, you know, I may be feeling I'm on top of the wheel. Next day, I may feel I'm at the bottom. So we help to raise each other. And, you know, I feel like that is our purpose for each other. So anyway, I love you guys. I will see you in the readings. Oh, I do think you should watch that reading I put out. I put it out late last night, which is weird because I mean, this was like after 11 p.m. and very seldom do I do a reading at that time, but it just poured out of me, and I know it's meant to. So I think it's just called, I put spiritual messages, and then I put in parentheses the collective. So you'll see it. May not be for everyone, but I do feel like there's a connection here. So anyways, guys, I love you. I will see you in the readings. Stay in the love. Bye-bye.